And now, from your local election headquarters, the only locally produced political talk show discussing the issues that matter to you. This is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Thanks for being here for this week's edition of Big Country Politics. I'm Victor Sotelo. We start with what's making political headlines across the nation, state, and the Big Country. First, the property that sits at 505 Pine Street in downtown Abilene, known as the Civic Plaza Hotel. It's home to many transients and some criminal activity. It has recently been purchased by the City of Abilene and the Abilene Improvement Corporation. Both are now planning to sell the property to someone who will turn the building into something new. Kelsey Pittman has more on this Eye on Abilene report.
Standing since 1955, this building at 505 Pine Street has sustained several names and owners. But after more than 60 years,
I can't say for sure what's going to happen. It will definitely get demolished, so the building will be razed.
Mitch Barnett with the Abilene Improvement Corporation says they partnered with the City of Abilene to purchase this $2.5 million property.
And try and get it to a point where we hope that it's interesting for somebody to come in and do what they want with it. Obviously, we'll hopefully have some sense as to what they will do with it before we sell it.
They take possession of the land November 26th.
The City of Abilene is doing this because there's a better use for that land that'll generate more taxes and create more jobs than what's going on there right now.
This is not the first property AIC has purchased in downtown Abilene.
We like where the subway is now, where that Edward Jones office is. We own some other lots along Pine Street there, but those are ones that we've not only taken, raised buildings, and then sold.
The goal is to develop downtown Abilene, but the plan for the lot is still unknown.
So we're talking to a couple folks, but those conversations are confidential at this point in time.
In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Kelsey Pittman, KTAB News.
And both the City of Abilene and the Abilene Improvement Corporation spent more than $1 million each to purchase the property. Some of that money will be recouped if sold again for private development. And a waiting list of 500 low-income disabled families in Abilene is causing the Abilene Housing Authority to apply for another grant to help them. KTAB brought you the story of the Housing Authority receiving a more than $250,000 grant for vouchers for disabled families. The money was used to house almost 50 families, but with the wait list continuing to grow, CEO Gene Reed says he can apply for money to help at least another 100 more who are needing a safe place to call home.
We actually have 500 individuals on the waiting list for mainstream vouchers. Not everyone's going to qualify. Some will fall out for different reasons, but that's a tremendous number and a tremendous amount of need in the community.
And Reed says the Housing Authority is currently applying for that grant to house those additional 100, and they should know by early 2020 after they hope to continue the program to add even more units. And visitors to Kirby Lake may soon be able to cast a line 24/7. A meeting of the Abilene Parks and Rec Board gave preliminary approval to fishing from the banks of the lake at any time of the day or night. Previously, fishermen were asked to leave the lake at midnight, and if they were on the banks, they have been allowed to fish any time on the lake. If they were on boats, the City Council must give final approval to the proposal. Local fishermen hope they say yes.
Allowing us to do it 24/7, that'll be perfect, because I can come out later on in the afternoon when it cool off instead of, coming out when it's hot. So, 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon would be perfect for me to stay a little while.
And stay with us here and online to see what the City Council decides to do. The Abilene Police Dispatch Department is looking for a new set of telecommunicators to join their team. The Dispatch Department is currently operating with about 30 people, including supervisors, which communications manager says can be taxing, especially in situations where the city is experiencing emergencies like grass fires or the May 19th tornado. The Abilene Police Department is hoping to hire an additional 8 dispatchers to reach full staffing, and while the job can be hard at times, It's the feeling of being the first responder that keeps them coming back.
Sometimes we don't get closure on situations, but just knowing that we have done our best to contribute to a happy ending for somebody is thanks enough.
APD is currently accepting applications for this position through November. To apply, go to tx.gov/jobs and type in telecommunications in the search bar. And in this BCP update, the new ICE detention center in the Big Country is getting closer to completion. Still expected to be finished by November of this year. Work is underway at the Bluebonnet Detention Facility in Anson. The Texas Midwest Board holding the first of several update meetings throughout the process of reworking the facility to prep it for immigration use. In a meeting last week, they pinned down federal funding to help to about $2 million, and that's enough to get the project underway. The demolition is finished and new construction is progressing.
Everything is falling into place. They're getting good response on people that are applying for jobs. The contractor's got a large number of people working, and they're moving forward very aggressively, and things are moving forward.
And with things falling into place like they are, Judge Spurgeon says he's confident they'll hit that November-December target. And it has been a week since they left, but only now are we allowed to tell you about 250 Dias airmen who flew out on temporary duty. Members of the 39th Airlift Squadron at Dias Air Force Base are safely in Afghanistan and South Africa this morning, while air crews and maintainers are spending 4 months on the other side of the world. Their families are here, but now these rotations are to be scheduled in. But how are these schedules are to be scheduled in the future? This is our Eye on Dias report.
Watching loved ones fly away is never easy, but being in the military, it is part of the job. Senior Airman Jessica Pritchard is one of the around 250 people that deployed to East Africa and Afghanistan on September 9th.
That I was strong enough to do it, that I wasn't scared. I want her to know that I did it for her and for everyone else, my family.
This will be the first time she leaves her family.
I'm missing the major holidays that she can kind of enjoy now, so that does make me a little upset, but I'm pretty proud to be doing this, so I hope that she'll be proud of me for doing this.
Airman First Class John Koch is also deploying for the first time.
It's just me today.
After only being stationed here for 7 months, getting straight to work.
I've talked to a lot of people on what to expect, but I'm sure no matter how many answers you're going to get, you're not really going to know until you're there.
This is the first time since 2003 that the 317th Airlift Wing has sent out a whole squadron.
Everyone knows they'll be home for 12 months before they have to leave again. Under the old construct, it was about every 8 months, but depending on scheduling conflicts, you could be going sooner or later.
The 39th Airlift Squadron sent out 9 aircrafts to be there for 4 months. And Commander Jeff Manasco says when they get home, it's back to training.
We can focus on squadron vitality, resiliency of our airmen, and the magic of deploying a full squadron at once.
While the family still has ways to stay in touch.
I plan to FaceTime her whenever I get off of work and I pick her up, and then probably like around dinner time, FaceTime again.
Trying to make it seem like I'm not gone, for her at least.
One mission.
I don't think enough training can prepare you for the real experience.
2 stories.
Out of my uniform, I cry like a baby, but in my uniform, I kind of know what I signed up for, and I'm kind of ready to take my role and do what I got to do.
Both focused on getting home safely. At Dias Air Force Base, with coverage you can count on, Kelsey Pittman, KTAB News.
Oh, that last shot in that story. The departure last week was unique. 9 C-130s, all taking off within 15 seconds of one another. A first for Dias, we're told. And still to come here on Big Country Politics, we told you about the Abilene Police Department's new crisis response team that will respond to calls where individuals need some help mentally. We talked to an officer to see how that program is doing. We're back in 2 minutes.